Hello everyone. I Sonam Sharma once again welcome you all on this Maths Online class. Today we'll be discussing about algebraic identities. This topic is given in NCERT book in chapter number 2, which is polynomials. Our subtopic will be expanding and factoring algebraic expressions. So let us begin with today's session. Today we'll be discussing about NCERT exercise 2.5, question number 5, 6 and 7. So question number 5 includes two parts, first and second. The first part is to factorize the given polynomial, right? My dear students, here we'll be discussing about two types of numericals. In first kind of numerical, polynomial will be given to you and you need to factorize that polynomial. It means you need to find the factors. And in second type, factors will be already given to you, but you need to find the polynomial by expanding it, right? So this is first part, 4x square plus 9y square plus 16z square plus 12xy minus 24yz minus 16xz. The first step is to identify the type of identity which resembles to this given polynomial. I can, using my brain, I can see that this resembles to a plus b plus c whole square, right? This identity which is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus twice ab plus twice bc plus twice ac, right? Now, this 4x square can be written as 2 square x square. Likewise, 9y square can be written as 3 square y square. 16z square can be written as 4 square z square, right? Now, further, the first thing is to identify A, B and C in the given numerical. Fine. Here, this 2x square, this will be our A, 3y square, this will be our B, and 4z, this will be our C. But still it is not finalized. The reason being, we have to identify the sign also, whether in A we need to take positive sign, whether in B or C we need to take positive or negative sign. So how will we see it? From these last expressions, from these last terms, right? See, in this 12xy, what is the sign? It is positive, right? And it is a mixture of twice A into B, right? So it means neither A nor B will be negative. Moving further, minus 24yz, it is of negative sign, and we know that positive into negative or negative into positive gives us negative. It means either B will be negative or C will be negative, right? But still we are not sure, right? Moving further, see the last term, it is minus 16xz. From here the picture will be more clear, okay, because the last term, it is mixture of twice A and C. So what is the common term between twice B and C, twice A and C? I think it's C, okay. It means C will be negative. Why? See, here also it is negative sign, here also it is negative sign, okay. So we have to see the common term. Fine. So here it is B into C, it is A into C, it means the common term is C term. So negative sign will come with C. That's why we have written here minus 4z in place of 4z, okay. So these are A, B and C. Simply substitute them in this left hand side of the identity, that is A plus B plus C whole square. So we got 2x plus 3y minus 4z whole square, okay. Very simple, just you need to identify A, B and C along with their signs. Second part is also similar, right? Twice x square plus y square plus 8z square minus 2 times of root over 2xy plus 4 root over 2yz minus 8xz. Again, 2x square can be written as root over 2x square. Further, y square will be y square and 8z square can be written as 2 into root 2 z square. if you are facing problem that how to write 8 in the form of 2 root 2, so I will suggest you go for prime factorization. Remember, like this, prime factorization of 8, okay, and find the square root of 8 using prime factorization method. So you will see it will be written as 2 into root 2, and z will be written as z only. So this term becomes 2 into root 2 z whole square. Fine. Again we need to check the sign of a, b and c. So for sign, see, this first term is negative, है ना? So if first term is negative and the last term is negative, this is also a negative term. It means what is the common term in this first and the last term? It is, yes, this, think about it, which term will be common? The first is written as a into b, last is written as a into c. So a is common, it means negative will become with a term. Very right. It means we got our a as minus root 2x whole square, right, plus next term became y whole square, plus next term become 2 into root 2 z whole square. Okay, next will be minus 2 into this a into b, next plus 2 into b into c, plus 2 into a into c or c into a. Fine. So substituting these values of a, b and c, I got my factors. Fine. I hope this question will be clear. It is very similar to first kind of question. Moving further to question number 6, this is again very simple. For such kind of numericals, identities should be on your tips, always, always. So in this question number 6, from the scenario of the question, from this picture, one thing is very clear to me. We are going to use a plus b whole cube identity, right, which is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3 into a into b bracketed a plus b. So first and the third question I will be solving here, second and fourth, try yourself. In first question, it is 2x plus 1 whole cube. From here, comparing with the identity a plus b whole cube, I got that a is equal to 2 times of x and b is equal to 1. Substituting the values in right hand side of the identity, I got 2x whole cube plus 1 cube plus 3 into 2x into 1 bracketed 2x plus 1, right. Solving it, calculating it, I got 8x cube plus 12x cube x square plus 6x plus 1 as the polynomial. It means this was the polynomial whose factor was 2x plus 1. Okay. This is the third type, third challenge, third part, which is 3 upon 2x plus 1 whole cube. Again, firstly we have to compare with the identity. So a is equal to 3 upon 2x and b is equal to 1. Substituting these values again in the given identity. So I got a is equal to 3 upon 2x whole cube plus 1 whole cube plus 3 into 3 upon 2x into 1 bracketed 3 upon 2x plus 1. Calculating it, I got my answer as 27 upon 8x cube plus 27 upon 4x square plus 9 upon 2x plus 1. Fine. This is very simple, very simple. You just need to substitute the values in the given identity. This is question number 7 in your NCERT exercise 2.5. Again, we have to evaluate using suitable identities. Such kind of numericals we have done in beginning, like I think in second question or second question in the same exercise. So 99 whole cube, 102 whole cube, 998 whole cube, we have to factorize them, we have to expand them, we have to split them. Then we will be using identities. So 99 whole cube can be written as 100 minus 1, or you can write it like 90 plus 9, or you can write it like 95 plus 4, 98 plus 1. It's up to you. You just have to split it. Fine. Split it into two different terms. So 100 minus 1 whole cube, comparing it with identity, I got a minus b whole cube, which is equal to a cube minus b cube minus thrice of ab bracketed a minus b, right? Now a is equal to 100, b is equal to 1. Simply substitute the values in the given identity. 100 whole cube minus 1 cube minus 3 into 100 into 1 bracketed 100 minus 1. Calculate them using board mass and you got your answer. Always keep it in mind whenever we calculate, whenever, doesn't matter you are in second class, doesn't matter you are in 10th, you are in 12th, you are in graduation, you are in post graduation, always use board mass, always. In many type of competitive exams also, numericals based on board mass is always there it would be. Fine. Moving further, third part I'm going to solve here. 998 whole cube. It can be written as 1000 minus 2. Again, comparing it with identity a minus b whole cube, I got a is equal to 1000 and b is equal to 2. Again, substituting these values in this given identity, I got 1000 whole cube minus 2 whole cube minus 3 into 1000 into 2 bracketed 1000 minus 2. Again, using board mass, calculating it, I got my answer. Fine. I hope you have understood it very well. Now it's time for you to try some numericals based on the same concept yourself. This will be your assignment. Try them. If you will be having any doubt, raise your queries in comment box. You can raise your queries, or personally also you can ask me. Fine. My dear students, maths, believe me, it is very easy subject, very easy subject. Only if you think positive, if you never quit upon your solutions. Suppose if 10 times you have solved a question and you fail to reach up to your answer, go for 11th, go for 12th times, right? Go for 20th time, but try it with a positive thinking, calm mind and a smile on your face. Okay, positive thinking will always give you success, always. To actually succeed in life, one must think positive, as it is the key to success. Believe me, whenever you are occupied with negative thoughts, just take a deep breath, think about the conclusions, visualize your victory, and victory is yours. Right? I hope this session will be very interesting and it will be helpful for you. And my dear students, all the best for these numericals also, for each and every problem of your life also. And I hope you face it with a very brilliant and very beautiful smile on your face. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give me your feedback, and if you have not subscribed my channel till now, do subscribe it please, and give it a thumbs up if you have liked my session. Thank you so much again.